What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, everyone that has watched my channel before knows that I'm not really the biggest fan of what's going on or what's at least being displayed to us with Shibarium. And other people may feel the same way. When you look at the amount or the impact that Shibarium would have on Shiba Inu, you're always like, it doesn't look like it's going to have much of an impact. It doesn't look like we're going to see a lot of burns that go through. It doesn't look like we're going to see a ton more transactions because of it. Maybe a transfer of transactions, but not really a ton of transactions. But there has to be something good out of the madness that we could see there, right? And who's to say that this is going to be absolutely the best thing possible, because it still is a overall Shibarium um, set of news or bit of information. But I wanted to, talk about this because we're seeing a certain amount of transactions. We're seeing our first bit of information that may come from Shibarium. And it's not saying like this is the only thing that we are seeing. I just want to kind of preface this and say that this is not the only thing that we're going to see. It's just kind of letting us know that they're actively testing things. They're actively seeing transactions that are going through, and how many transactions, that we see, we start putting numbers to it and say how much in burns are we going to end up seeing from something like that. And this is just a test. This is not actually going through with all the transactions that will take place, because understand that there will be a lot more transactions that happen than in a test, right? If we're testing the overall system, there's going to be a hell of a lot more transactions. So it's not based on the amount that they are doing, but we try to put some sort of numbers to it, right? So this is definitely huge news, just to get an idea of what numbers are coming out of Shibarium right now. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, those links are down below as well. And don't forget about the other links for all of the different exchanges that we have down there. You can definitely take some time to check those out. But this is the bit of information that we have here. So it comes from CoinDesk. There's also some other articles out here that basically say the same thing. But Shiba Inu's testnet PuppyNet sees rising activity ahead of Shibarium mainnet. So more than 700,000 transactions have been conducted on the test network so far. Although that isn't extremely large related to the hype. Relative to the hype. Sorry. Um, this makes a lot of sense, right? We're not trying to get an understanding of the overall numbers based on how much, how many transactions we're going to see there. What we're really trying to understand is how much they're testing it, so that we know that there's not going to be any type of problems, that there's not going to be another situation where they kind of just go through with something, launch something and then kind of give up on it, i.e. the burn portal, right? The burn portal apparently will be a thing of, in Shibarium, but if people are burning off their own money, I think a lot of people are tired of just burning off their own money when it comes to burning off based on transactions. Obviously, people are for that because it's standard things that are happening, right? It's not anything that people have to worry about. You're still seeing transactions that are going through. I like seeing that dog because it reminds me of Emmy when she tries to hear things. You see her make that face, or even when she's actually pretty upset, she brings her ears down. So that dog must have not liked getting its picture taken. But yeah, I mean, I like knowing what transactions are going through, how much they're testing it. That's really where we stand. So Shibarium Networks native test network PuppyNet is seeing rising activity ahead of release of the main network planned for later this year. Still don't know when, but later this year. Blockchain Explorer data shows that PuppyNet testnet has processed more than 700,000 transactions from almost 200,000 unique wallets after its launch on March 11th. Much of the activity came in the past week, more than 114,000 transactions over a 24-hour period in March 28th and March 29th. Now, this may be talking about numbers of how many transactions came through. Obviously, like I said, I don't care about how many transactions came through testnet because testnet is a whole different situation than mainnet. Mainnet will have a hell of a lot more. We'll have so many different forms of utility that flow through Shibarium, and I'm expecting a lot of activity and a ton of transactions, whether that be very small transactions or whether that be very, very large transactions. Either way, the overall fee will probably be the same. The overall burn rate will probably be the same. Um, but if you are trying to factor in numbers, that's obviously not a lot. Looking over March 11th all the way until the end of this month, typically people want to see, hundreds of thousands, if not multiple millions of transactions per day, not like per week or per, 2 weeks or 3 weeks or per month. We want to see so much more. But again, it's not about the level of transactions there that's going to compare to mainnet. It's about how much we see testing that's going through and how much reliability we end up having in something like Shibarium, just to kind of keep reiterating it's not about that. While PuppyNet's activity has been brisk so far, upcoming features may boost the value of Shib and Bone to Shibarium ecosystem tokens. There's still a reason for caution. However, some might argue that Shibarium upgrades financial impact has been overwhelming or underwhelming, sorry. But in our view, its beta test network, PuppyNet, reached an important milestone of 200,000 wallets in just over a week. And while continued work must be done, it's still considered remarkable. Rachel Lynn, CEO of Sin Futures, a decentralized derivatives trading platform, said in a Telegram message, moreover, unification. The firm behind Shibarium announced that it is working on its all-in-one wallet solution that will enable native two-way asset transfers, staking / delegating, as well as including a Shiba Swap integration model or module. These developments suggest that the value of Shib and Bone, the native token of Shibarium network, could the native tokens. They're saying that Shib and Bone are the native tokens of Shibarium network. I feel like you have to pick one. What's the native token? And I would imagine it's going to be Bone. That is the native token. That's where it has all of its connection to, because you're going to see that. Now, are they talking about native tokens because they both have an impact with transactions? Then I can live with that. I just don't want them to kind of just keep using Shib as a mascot if it's not going to be something that's heavily impacted. And it looks like, I guess, thinking back at it right now, I can say that Shib and Bone will have an impact with each transaction. So let's call them both native tokens. So I will agree with that. I'll backtrack and I will agree. Could witness a near-term price spike, but given the current macroeconomic climate, any such movement will likely be short-lived, Lynn cautioned. Testnets, such as PuppyNet, are blockchain networks designed for testing purposes. They mimic activity on the mainnet and allow developers to debug any issues and monitor network activity ahead of wider release. So again, it's not about completely mirroring every bit of activity, because you expect to see a little bit more popularity, a little bit more hype as things are happening. But it's mainly about trying to fix any bugs, trying to monitor activity and make sure things run smoothly. And that's really what it is about. Shibarium is touted as a major development for Shiba Inu ecosystem, which originally launched as a meme coin fashioned after the popular Shiba Inu dog breed, but has since been a serious blockchain project. I would have to disagree there. It was actually trying to be the Dogecoin killer, and then started to, become a little bit more, popular and a little bit more legit as time went on. But definitely people referred to it as meme-like. Shibarium is a layer 2 blockchain in which is referred to a set of off-chain systems, separate blockchains built on top of layer 1 protocols that reduce bottlenecks with scaling and data. So obviously, this is big news. I just twisted my neck and it kind of hurt. This is big news to just see how much they're testing it. And again, it's not about the amount of transactions and how much we're going to see in burns, because people can put numbers all they want. And I'm sure people will do that and go, oh, 700,000 transactions is not enough. It's not about that. It's about the testing that they're doing. And they're definitely doing a lot of testing with a lot of wallets. I even have a test wallet that's connected. So you're seeing a ton that's going through. And I want to, kind of look at this as a solid test, a successful testing phase. Now, I don't know how long this is going to go for, but to see 200,000 wallets and to see 700,000 transactions, that makes me think that testing is going well, and that we should see, the mainnet launch a lot faster. But only time will tell. So, anyways, guys, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me there. But let me know what you think about this. What's your opinion of the 700,000 transactions? Am I spot on by saying that? Or do you think it's more about the level of transactions that we're going to have? Because it's going to be a complete mirror. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.